Now, it's not without a touch of irony to see .gov employees suddenly confronted with .gov intrusion into their bloodstreams. This is the fear of the ages. Be preyed upon by monarchs, titans, town bullies, or take your chances with a big government. Now we have both. A new age of freedom.gov. What with all the turmoil and distractions going on in the last few years, we seem to have forgotten who's in charge. The government. It's the government that knows what's best for us. The government who decides where we will live, what we will learn, what cars to drive, what information we will see, and how to heat our home if we have one. This nanny state does take a lot of pressure off our shoulders. Without the constraints from knowledge placed upon us by government technocracy, we would be forced to understand our world in ways that are just too difficult for many people. We are now free to contemplate the real important things like how to pay our property taxes, mortgages, keeping a roof overhead and the lights on. And since we are now reduced to modern caveman and cave person status, all of our time may be delivered to those primal matters of survival, entertainment, procreation, while our government technocrats make the big decisions. Decisions like whether we will take a flu shot or take our chances. Like, will our children be subjects of a medical experiment that might work or not? These are the big choices that .gov will make for us, regardless of any facts or numbers, and there are many facts and numbers. And just so you know, this essay is going to be spoken without the use of cumbersome, pesky numbers getting in the way of our thinking. As I was saying, .gov has now taken over our most important decisions so that we are free to contemplate other things. A former California governor once said, "The scariest words ever heard are, 'I'm from the government and I'm here to help.'" Well, are we ever getting helped? Never seen so much help. These last few years have been very helpful. We've seen children being helped into spreading race hatred and changing their genders at will. We've seen rioters, arsonists, and cop killers being helped to express themselves. And of course, we have been helped to see that our government is always in the right and can do no wrong. After all, the machines say it's so. And after all, .gov has all your money, and you are just a small cog in a very small, unimportant wheel. And be sure to pay your taxes on time for all this help, because .gov is very expensive with many pensioners. Now, it is not without a touch of irony to see .gov employees suddenly confronted with government intrusion into their bloodstreams. As good government supporters, they may ask, "What happened to my body, my choice? And I thought I had rights as a government worker. And how could you do this to me?" Like a poor destitute wife in a bad 1820s marriage, our former please-as-punch.gov worker is now a helpless waif thrown to the wolves. Oops, a number has appeared. Yet these .gov employees are simply joining the ranks of private sector employment, where workers can obey or be fired. It's a rough world out there, and the unions are not going to help government workers at this time.
Private sector or government sector, you are going to obey or be terminated.
That's the rule of the jungle, and our jungle is run by .gov. This is the fear of the ages. Be preyed upon by monarchs, titans, town bullies, or take your chances with a big government. Now we have both. Watching a fine technocrat answering a local board of supervisor question, does the government have the right to force certain elements into a citizen's bloodstream? The answer?
Why, yes, the Supreme Court in Gluterman v. Abercrombie, 1905, number, sorry,
said the government can force smallpox inoculation into any person's arm anytime they want. Well, that settles it. The technocrat has spoken. Let all doubts be vanquished. But why are these elected Board of Supervisor voices of the people not asking and listening to non-government voices like the people? There are plenty of qualified medical persons and legal minds outside .gov who have different opinions. And there's the rub. Elected Board of Supervisor voices of the people only listen to other government voices. There, you see, The government knows best. We're here to help you, and please stop asking confusing questions. And so we enter a new age of freedom. Freedom from worry and want. No need to think too deeply because .gov will take care of the thinking and deciding for you. Yes, a few will chafe at this being led around by the nose like a fat cow to slaughter situation, but they are not the government, and thus they don't matter. They are dissidents and should not be trusted nor heard. What matters is that we accept the message from our giant, bloated, indiscriminate, unwieldy .gov. You will obey.
This is Thomas Cole for Analytics805.com.